Hey, everybody, welcome to Success Saturday with Lakisha, your life coach, your certified life coach, and Destiny Cheer Captain. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had trouble with my internet, so I'm so glad I put it on my hotspot with my phone. So hopefully everything's okay. Good morning, Theodore Linda. Good morning, tribe. Today I am so excited. We are talking about tips to create a diet plan. Now, I want to talk about something that's not often talked about, which is your dosha type in the at the end. So if you stay tuned to the end, I'll tell you what a dosha type is and why it might be intriguing for you to explore it. But for right now, how is your Saturday here? It is very nice. It is sunny. There's hardly any clouds in the sky, and I'm so happy. Also, I wanted to show you my cup today because she shoot. This is my cup. Isn't she cute? Isn't she lovely? I don't know what that is. It's a little stain right there. Let me turn around. Isn't she wonderful? I just think this cup is so cute, even though I got little blemishes on it from when I made my coffee this morning. Mm, that's good coffee. For those of you who don't remember, I always drink coffee in the morning, and I drink coffee called Vita Cup because this coffee has, and I drink the Genius flavor, which has like vitamin B in it and some other stuff that's good for diabetics. So it's coffee with vitamins in it, which I think is great. All right, so make sure you get your pen and paper out. I'm ready to start. I might use my phone or either my whiteboard. I haven't decided yet. Um, at the end, when I talk about the dosha types, I may say that wrong, dosha types. But until then, I'm just going to go over some very basic diet plan things for just anyone. And then I'm going to talk about a diet plan specifically for your dosha type. Good morning. Oh, everybody's coming on. Hi, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning, Marva. Good morning, Candace. My tribe is here. So Candace, Marva, Tanya, and Theodore. Linda, I hope you are having a wonderful Saturday. I'm so glad you're joining me this morning. Good morning to you all. Um, I just have a couple of announcements. So the first is because I am a certified life coach, I do a lot of coaching and I do group coaching and I do individual coaching. So if you are interested in individual coaching, let me know. That portion of my business is revving up. So if you need individual coaching, let me know. I am open to individual coaching. But I also have group coaching. So, group coaching, the difference is with individual coaching, I focus on something that you want and we stay there until you get there, right? Whereas with group coaching, it's usually more like a workshop course with some key things that you learn, but everybody's learning together, which is nice. And then you get to talk it out with one another, you get to encourage one another. So that's the group coaching. So with group coaching, I am going to be starting Success My Way Academy again September 30th. So mark your calendars for that. That is going to be a 3-week intensive experience for groups. Also, for groups, I have my last virtual summer camp. Y'all, we've been having fun this summer on our summer camp. So, my last virtual summer camp is this August the 24th. It's on a Thursday. So, you get off work, you settle down, and then we start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we are going to create vision boards. So, I want you to bring, if you plan on coming, I want you to bring either some magazines or some papers so you can cut out things, or just bring up an additional electronic so you can make your vision board digitally. And then we will share, and we're going to have giveaways, and we're going to have laughter and fun, and it's going to be like a total virtual camp experience. So if you are interested in that, it's only $15, y'all. The price point is low on purpose because I want my whole community to be able to come. I want anybody from around the world to be able to come because we're just having fun. Before we get into the fall with back to school and all that stuff. So if you are interested, the link is down below in the description. Also, you can go to my website, successmywaycoaching.com. All right. I hope y'all got y'all pen and paper out because we're about to talk about diet. Now, last week was really impactful. If you missed last week we talked about life planning. Life planning and ensuring that you are putting enough energy into planning your life. We put a lot of energy in planning our kids, sports teams, and stuff like that, planning for our grandbabies, planning date night out. But I want you to plan for your own life. I want you to plan for your own life. So check that out if you haven't seen that, because I am in the middle of a series. This is a series. We're planning in August. We are planting the seeds to get our life together in August. So that's why this series is on planning. All right. So we talked about life planning last week. Excuse me. I believe next week we're talking about financial planning, and that's fitting because we have a financial vision board camp coming up. And this today, we're going to talk about creating a diet plan. So get your pen and paper out because I am ready. I am ready. So there are just a couple things that we need to do. I want to start with some general basic things for anybody's diet plan. For anybody's diet plan, these are some general basic things that you need to have in your plan. So I would love if you write these down. Write these down so then when you go back to your notes, you'll have them when you go grocery shopping and stuff like that. All right. So with your diet plan, good morning, Janet. Welcome. With your diet plan, one of the basic things that everybody should do is to build a food list. To build a food list because I'll often tell my clients, especially if they're working on nutrition, like you don't have to be gourmet to eat right. I know we watch a lot of videos on social media that's really like all these elaborate ways to eat and gourmet ways to eat, and it doesn't have to be elaborate. You can hold on to certain foods that you know work for you, that you know are healthy, that you know how to cook. You can hold on to these particular foods and have a basic food list. Good morning, crafty girls. Welcome. So what I do with this basic food list, and the reason why this, let me back up a little bit. The reason why I am doing this is not just because like I was diagnosed as a diabetic in 2020. So I've been doing a series on diabetes. If you haven't checked out any of those videos, check out those videos. A lot of people watch those videos because a lot of people are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. And so I have mastered the art of eating right for my diet. However, when you'll see later when we talk about the dosha types, everybody's different. Everybody needs different things. So once you realize what's healthy for you, write it, put it in a list, put it in a notebook, put it in a planner so you can have your go-to foods. So I want to give you an example. Like uh one thing I always put in my basic food list is broccoli. It's broccoli. My body responds very well to broccoli. I don't get like overly bloated or anything like that. It's fiber. My body actually craves it. And I put some broccoli that I made yesterday in the Facebook group. So I don't know if you all had a chance to go in the Facebook group, but make sure you join my Facebook group if you haven't. It's called Success My Way with Lakisha over there on Facebook. Also, the link is in the description. But yeah, so broccoli is one thing that's always in my diet. Coffee, I love coffee. Okay, coffee is always in my diet. Eggs, I love eggs. I don't eat them often, but I eat eggs about once or twice a week. So I keep eggs in my diet. Sometimes I eat them as a snack. So I may make some some angel eggs. I don't call them devil eggs, but so I might make some angel eggs and keep those as a snack. I love frittatas. I love frittatas. Anybody out there love frittatas? I love frittatas. So eggs is something that is will be on my basic food list. One more thing that's on my basic food list. I'm not gonna go over my whole basic food list, but it's strawberries. My body does not my sugar does not get spiked by strawberries. So strawberries is another thing that is like a staple in my diet, and I don't eat a lot of them. I just eat a little bit, maybe on the side of breakfast or lunch, or maybe I'll just have them by themselves. And I cut them up so I can eat them like little chips. But those are some staples. So what are your staples? What are some basic go-to healthy foods that you really like that you just need to keep in your refrigerator? Maybe you can buy them in bulk. Maybe you could practice buying those things in bulk, the basic things. Like I buy a lot of strawberries and I buy a lot of broccoli. So what are some things you can keep in bulk? So that's just for anybody's diet. Anybody's diet. Build a basic food list. And make sure your food list has a variety. I know I just talked about fruits and vegetables, but also protein. Protein is good for strengthening your muscles. So, what type of protein? You can have tofu, you could have chicken, fish. All these things are protein. And then you just eat them sparingly, and you'll be good. And I did a video a long time ago about portions on a plate. So, if you look at that video, you'll see how I use the keto plate method, where I have like fats, vegetables, protein, versus the other method that has carbs on it. Even though I do eat carbs as a diabetic, y'all, I do eat carbs, but I don't eat a lot of them, and I don't count carbs, and I'm not obsessed. So you'll learn from me when you talk to me about nutrition. I am not obsessed with counting calories or carbs. Okay. I'm not obsessed with counting calories or carbs. Some people like that. Thank you, Marva. Yes, I love it. I use all kinds of to make vegetables to make them. Yes, yes, to make the frittatas. Um, but I do not count carbs. I just make sure I eat as less of them as possible. I have the wherewithal not to pile my plate with rice or pile my plate um with mashed potatoes or eat a lot of bread. Bread is a tricky one because socially everybody eats bread. I'm just noticing that, like when I go out to eat with friends or coworkers or family, people eat a lot of bread, but people will notice quickly that I won't eat a lot of bread. And then it's kind of hard because then they be like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you not eating this?" And then I have to say, "I'm diabetic." That usually calms everybody down because otherwise they'd be like, "Why are you being snooty and you don't eat bread?" No, it's not snooty. Bread makes me sluggish. It makes me tired. I do eat bread, but I eat it very little. I do eat sugary snacks, but I eat very little. Like I love me a good chocolate chip cookie, but if it's big, I cut it in half, or I'll eat a couple bites. So I like chocolate chip cookies. What else can I snack? I like chips. I'll eat some chips. So yeah, I think cookies and chips are my main snack, and sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. I eat stuff like that as a snack. But rarely do I eat like hard candy and all. I don't eat that. So anyway, I'm just saying all that to say, once you get your food list, the next thing you have to do is portion control. That's the next thing. No matter what your diet is in your plan, you're going to make sure you have portion control. There's a lot of studies that say eating too much is bad for you. And when I talk about the dosha body types, the pita body type has to eat a lot, because of the way they operate. But that doesn't mean that they still can overeat. Like overeating is really bad for your body because it forces your body to have to digest and work too much food. It's like overflowing your cup. It's like overflowing your cup. So you don't want to eat a lot of food at one time. Now I know, except on Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, I do give me myself one day a whole year. Uh, Thanksgiving. I tell people, I said, don't rob yourself of the experience of Thanksgiving. Don't rob yourself of it. However, you still have to be cautious about your portion control. So if you good with your portion control all year, I give you one day. I give you one day. Um, Here's something that everybody should do, no matter what their diet is: increase your water intake. Increase pure water intake. Um, Water is an issue for me, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because I have seen so many things where water in plastic, and then the plastic makes water toxic. So I would advise you, if you drink water out of a plastic bottle, like from the grocery store, if you get gallons of water, if you get the little bottles of water, just be careful, because if you let the water sit in those things too long, the water gets toxic. If you let the water sit with the top off, the water gets toxic in the plastic bottles. So make sure when you're drinking water, you're drinking it fast. You drink the water fast, because who knows how long the water's been sitting on the shelf in the bottle. Okay. Um, I suggest to my clients, when we talk about nutrition, a filter. I suggest a filter. So I have a filter on my refrigerator, which makes it easy for me. But if you don't have a filter on your refrigerator, they have the Brita filters. They have little filters you just screw onto your sink. You screw the filter onto your sink. Yes, Joan. Water sits in warehouses. Yes. So I'm not a big fan of the plastic bottles. I just organized my water bottles. My water bottles. Do I have one right here? Oh no, I thought I had one over here. But I just organized my water bottles, and I just take ice and water out of my refrigerator, fill the water bottle up, sit it on my desk, and then I'm good. I'm good, like, for the rest of the day. So make sure you really, if you can, like, some people have to drink the water out of the bottle, but if you can avoid drinking water out of a bottle and then out of a filter instead, you can just get a filter off Amazon. That would be great. And the last thing I want to say about everybody, I boil my water from the tap and add herbs like rosemary. Oh, that's a great idea, Theodolinda. Or boil with an orange or a lemon. Let me tell you something. Putting a lemon, cucumber, oranges, strawberries in your water is so delicious. Lime. So I get those things for the purpose of adding in the water, because some water just gets bland and monotonous, and I don't really like putting artificial. Some people like what's that, Crystal Light? Crystal Light has just an aftertaste I cannot take, and it's artificial. So the more real things I can put in the water, the better. So I love adding all of those things, and you can't go wrong by boiling your water. You cannot go wrong. That's free. That's free. You don't have to go get a plastic. You don't have to get a filter. You just take it out the tap and boil it. Can't go wrong with that. All right. So, and the last thing I was going to say is eat more fiber. No matter what your diet is, fiber is good. Fiber is good. So, do you know your fiber intake? Are you intaking a lot of fiber? My thing is I always have to eat greens. When I eat greens, I know I'm getting fiber. Just I mean, greens themselves. I eat asparagus. I eat broccoli. I eat green peppers. I eat string beans. Greens give you fiber. Some fruits give you fiber. Okay. I know people who take Metamucil. I try to take Metamucil. Something about it just doesn't sit well with me. I want to try to take the Metamucil pills. Maybe the Metamucil pills might help, but to drink that stuff, I can't do it. But Metamucil is good fiber for you as well, and I think they recommend you take it like once a day, but it will constipate you. So be careful with the Metamucil. I would suggest, especially if your doctor didn't tell you to take it and you're just taking it for diet purposes, to take it once in a while, but don't be taking that Metamucil every day, because it might be a problem. Too much fiber is not good for you either. So everything in moderation, everything in balance. All right. So that is for in general what you should do with your diet plan. I love spinach, kale, string beans, broccoli, cauliflower. Oh yes, cauliflower is such a good substitute for all those carbs. I recommend cauliflower to anyone. Cauliflower mashed potatoes, cauliflower rice, cauliflower little barbecue bites, cauliflower steak. I've seen vegetarians eat cauliflower steaks. So, you know, oh, what's this on my lip? Sorry. Cauliflower is a staple. That should be on your basic food list too, I think, cauliflower. You just have to learn how to cook it, because some people don't know how to cook it. They make it real bland and nasty. But yeah. All right. So just a couple key things you should have in your diet plan, or you should do when creating your diet plan. So here's some tips. So here are the tips. I don't know how many I have because I did not number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Okay, so I'm about to go over 8 tips. 8 little tips. And then after I go over those diet plan tips, I'm going to go over some questions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 questions. So I have 8 tips and 6 questions that you should be doing or asking yourself when creating a diet plan. And then we're going to talk about the dosha types. And then we're going to get off here because it's beautiful outside diet. All right. Diet plan suggestion number 1. Or tip number 1, see what you already have. See what you already have. People who grocery shop a lot, hopefully they've recognized that this is a major part of your grocery shopping experience, is to go in your kitchen and look and see what you already got in there. I'm telling you, that's one of my irritating things. I cannot stand having 2, 3, 4 of the same thing in my kitchen, because I feel like I don't wasted money, and it might spoil before I use it. So I really wasted money twice. So try not to repeat. I get so mad if I go to the store and buy broccoli and I go in my refrigerator and I already got broccoli. I get mad because some of that broccoli gonna get spoiled. So no. I have to go down there and look at everything. And then I get mad if I don't remember what I need. I get mad for the other thing. If I don't have something and I'm in the grocery store and I forget that I need something, that pisses me off too. So to avoid all that, see what you already have. That's number 1. Number 2, write down your meals. Write down your meals. So this is like pre-planning your meals, and after you eat, write down what you eat. When I first got diagnosed as a diabetic, I lost 20 pounds really fast. And I was tracking my food. I was actually writing down everything I was eating. And I was like, oh gosh, darn, this is why my diet's jacked up, because I'm eating too many French fries or whatever it was. So make sure you write down your meals. Write down the meals before you buy them, and write down your meals after you eat them. Say, oh Lord, I just now ate that cookie for lunch. Write down your meals, because if you tracking is the best form of diet planning. Tracking is not before you plan, it's as you eat, writing that down, because that's going to help you next time when you plan your grocery shopping next time, to figure out what you've been eating and how to change your habits. That tracking is serious, okay? And a lot of people do not track. Most people do not track what they eat. Most people do not write down what they eat. So make sure you track. That's number 2, write down your meals. Number 3, explore recipes to try. Now, this is what I want to say. if you are a heavy cooker and you're already cooking like me, and you got a lot of recipes, I even have a recipe book. I have a recipe book. Like, I try new recipes once in a blue moon because I'm a proponent of eating the same thing over and over again, especially if it works. However, if you like variety, if you are not really a cooker, you don't really cook all the time, and you're not imaginative with your food, you need to find some recipes on Pinterest or something. Okay? There's so many free recipes that y'all go to the thrift store. And when I tell you, the thrift store has a million recipe books in it. A million of them. Like I just put one away because I had my low carb one. I just put it away. I got this low carb Bible from the thrift. It's called Low Carb Bible. What? It got all kinds of pictures in it and stuff. So y'all, don't be afraid to try new recipes. Write them down, get a recipe book, or make your own recipe book from your recipes so you don't have to think. One thing about food, I don't like thinking about food. I just want to go down there and get me something to eat. I want to be like, what ingredients do I need to cook this creme brulee? Like, I don't want to be like that. I just want to go eat. So make sure you have recipe books on deck. So when you're planning to go to the grocery store, you just take out your recipe book, write down the stuff, and go do it. Number 4, think about your time. So this is so good because a lot of us have lifestyles that we need to align our diet with. You need to align your diet with your lifestyle. So that's number 4. Think about your time is number 4. If you work outside the house a lot, you need to be packing a lot. You need to have hot sauce in your bag. I mean, you just need to have stuff in your back, in your purse, in your car, just stuff that you can snack on, stuff that you can drink on your desk. The worst thing you can do if you work outside the house is to go outside the house with nothing to eat. Why am I saying that? Why am I saying the worst thing you can do is to go outside your house with nothing to eat? It is because you are going to eat fast food. And even healthy fast food got a lot of carbs, a lot of calories. Y'all ever heard of a little store called Chipotle? I thought Chipotle was healthy. Chipotle is nothing but vegetables and chicken. I said, okay, Chipotle healthy. You got vegetables, chicken. I could tell them to make me a salad. I don't need the rice. But I don't know what they put in their stuff, y'all. But Chipotle got a lot of carbs and a lot of calories in it. I don't know if y'all knew that. So all healthy fast food places are not created equal. You got to do your research. You got to find out where to eat. I can tell you, I thought when I first was diagnosed with diabetes and I was tracking my sugar, I thought Panera bread was the joint. I was like, let me go get me some good old salad and soup. Y'all, that stuff spiked my sugar as soon as I said, as fast as I could say, spiked my sugar. Panera bread. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, you have to research when you eat out what food you can eat and what you can't. So to avoid that pain, just start taking your stuff. Just start taking food, taking snacks, put it in your car, put it in your purse, leave it on your desk. If you go over somebody's house often, like a sibling's house, you're always over somebody else's house, have a little section in their refrigerator with your stuff in it. So you won't get off your diet. Because how many of us we meal plan with those little cute little, I have a couple of pink ones, with those cute little containers. But you can't really take them containers everywhere. So and then it might spoil because you're leaving the house with nothing, even though you got containers in the refrigerator. So those containers don't work for everybody. So y'all, look at your lifestyle. I stay at home a lot so I can cook. I can go downstairs to get what I need. It's very convenient for me. But people who it's only not convenient when I travel. Now I do travel a lot. Now that is a problem because it's hard for me to get on airplanes with eggs. But you can take food, or you can't take drink on an airplane, but you can take food on an airplane. So I normally take snacks. I normally take healthy things, healthy snacks, my Coke Zero, stuff like that. I'll buy that in the airport. You can't take it on the airport with you, the Coke Zero. But anyway, uh, yeah, you just have to plan it based on your lifestyle. So keep your time in mind when you are planning your diet. Number 5 is plan to use leftovers. When I say that was a game changer for me, because not only do leftovers help, especially for breakfast, I realize only in the Western world we eat other stuff for breakfast. Most people in the world eat leftovers for breakfast. That is not a faux pas. I love eating leftover fish and chicken for breakfast. Yes. Leftover broccoli for breakfast. Yes. I do not eat cereal. I cannot eat cereal. It's not in my diet to eat cereal. I cannot eat oatmeal. It's not in my diet. I cannot eat grits. So the best diet for me as a diabetic is to eat leftovers in the morning. But that's if I eat, because I do intermittent fasting. So I rarely eat in the morning anyway. I'll talk about that later. But leftovers are a game changer, and also it's a game changer for your pockets. It's for your pockets. So instead of making sure, instead of making sure you have 5 meals during the week, you cook 2 meals, and 2 or 3 days eat leftovers. Boom. So leftovers are always great. Um, I bought the meal prep containers and now collecting dust. Joe, Joe said her meal prep containers are collecting dust. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. They don't fit my lunch bag. I always carry an apple and water in my purse. Okay, good. That was funny. All right. Oh gosh, that was funny. Number 6, make a grocery list. How many of y'all just get in the car and go to the grocery store? No list, no plan. You just get them, go to the grocery store. You about to spend a lot of money. You about to spend a lot of time in there. So I try not to spend a lot of time or a lot of money in the grocery store. I like to plan. And when I'm planning real good, I got some coupons with me when I go in there. So make sure you make a grocery list and use that to go shop. Number 7 for a tip for creating a good diet plan is to build your shopping list as you go. So a lot of times this goes with like the recipes and the food list. If you already know what you like, if you are incorporating new things, build your list as you go. Create the list, have the list with you before you even go shopping. It just helps you out. So number 7 is build your shopping list as you go along your life. You're going to be adding to that basic list I talked about earlier, and then you're going to go shopping for those things. So let me tell you something. It used to be my routine that every time I got paid, I would go to the grocery store. That would be my routine. Especially when my kids were little, I was a little more consistent with it. But now I'm pretty inconsistent with my grocery shopping. I think I do a lot of shopping, like maybe like once a week. I think I go like once a week now. Um, So I'm pretty familiar with what's in my kitchen. So I would say with creating that shopping list, also get very familiar with what's in your kitchen. If you're not organized, if you can't see all of the spices in your cabinet, go organize those spices so you can know what you have in there. I always tell a story of my husband saying, we tried a new recipe and you had all the spices already in there. Yeah, I know what spices I got in there. I got a lot of spices, a lot of herbs, a lot of spices. I like herbs and spices. Um, Joan says, I make grocery lists and screenshot it for my phone. Yes, I do that too. Oh my gosh, yes. Just in case I forget my paper, I always go to the store app, upload coupons, and then go. Yes, we have Giant Food here. We have Giant Food here, and I love Giant's app because Giant, they will have a sale in the store, and you can still use those app coupons. And you get points for gas. I mean, whoo, I love the Giant because I be getting my gas on at the Shell. I'll be like, put my number in there for my all my groceries. I done both. So I like the app too because you can also get free gas. So if you plan, it will save you time, it will save you money, and your diet plan will be on fleek. Okay. So yeah, use those apps. That's a great one. And number 8, this is the last one for creating a tip for creating a good diet plan is to buy a mix of fresh and frozen um, self self stable items. And I think that's maybe stuff that goes on the shelf that lasts a long time. So I don't really eat a lot of processed stuff. I mean, my kids and my husband, they may eat more processed stuff for me, but I do eat shelf life long stuff. Like I eat tuna. So tuna, I used to buy the tuna in a can all the time, but now they got those little packs. Who gets those tuna packs? You could leave them on the shelf, but I take them and put them in my refrigerator, and then so when I open them and I make my tuna salad, it's already cold. But they had like these tuna packs, so I get those tuna packs instead of, and they're right. If you go to the grocery store, you'll see the cans of tuna at the bottom, and then the packs are at the top. And they got different size packs. They got different flavor packs of these tuna things. So that's an example of like a stable item or shelf stable item that's healthy, that lasts long. So you want to mix your stuff like that. Plus, you want your stuff that does not have a long life, like strawberries. Strawberries go bad real fast. You have to put them in. You have to. Oh no, my computer's about to die. I can't have that. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, so you just want a mixture of things with shelf life. Okay, let me ask y'all some questions there. Let me ask y'all some questions. Thank you, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button so YouTube can know this is a video worth watching. All right, here's some questions. You might want to write these questions down because these help you with your diet planning too. Um, Here's the first question. Do you prefer 3, 5, or 8 meals a day? Do you prefer 3, 5, or 8 meals a day? What is your eating schedule? This has to do with your eating schedule. Do you even know what your eating schedule is? Do you even know how many times you eat a day? For me, I can tell you my eating schedule. I eat 3 meals, no more than 3 meals a day. So in the morning, I drink coffee. I drink coffee because I do intermittent fasting, which is wonderful for me. I drink coffee in the morning, and then I start eating food at 12. So remember I said I don't really eat breakfast food. I start eating at 12. I start with lunch. And then after lunch, I'll eat like a midday something around like 5. Like 5, I'll eat like a small meal. And then later on at night, like 8 o'clock, I'll probably eat my last meal of the night. Or sometimes I won't eat at 12. I'll eat like at 2. And then if I eat at 2, I don't eat until like 6. And then that's my last meal of the day. So for me, I eat 2, at most 3 times a day. And I do that on purpose because as a diabetic, I need to give my pancreas a rest. If you're pre-diabetic, your pancreas, don't work your pancreas too much by eating so much. Some people need to eat small meals throughout the day, very tiny meals. That's the people who need 8 things. They just like randomly just snack. That's totally fine too. So think about how many times you eat a day. If you are trying to lose weight, you want to eat in a way that keeps your metabolism going. So if you're trying to lose weight, I suggest you eat a little bit throughout the day, because just eating one time a day, that does not help you lose weight. That does not help your metabolism. As soon as you eat, your body starts working. So if you only eat once a day, your body's only working once a day. So if you are trying to lose weight, I suggest that you eat a little bit throughout the day, just tiny portions, to a whole day full of tiny portions. But if you're diabetic, right, and you don't want to eat on your pancreas, you eat 2 or 3 times a day, and those times have to count. So those 2 or 3 times you eat a day can't be no junk food. It has to be real, sustained, hearty, healthy food if you're diabetic and you're eating 2 or 3 times a day. So your diet is really based on what your needs are and what your situation is. So that's my first question. Do you prefer 3, 5, or 8 meals a day? And make sure you know your eating schedule. I have to stay on schedule. Even if I have a meeting, I have to get off because I have meetings on Zoom, and sometimes I have to cut the camera off to eat because the meeting might be during my scheduled eating time. So that's how serious I am about my eating time. I have to eat, and my body now reacts. If I don't eat at my eating time, my body tells me something's wrong. So that's how long I have been, eating the way I eat. The next, so okay, some people put their numbers. So some people need three. Okay, Candace said 3 meals a day. Joan says 5 small meals. Marvin said 2 meals a day. Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. Y'all know. Number two, how much time will you devote to food prep? This is another question about your diet plan. How much time do you have to devote to food prep? If you are on my other channel, Lakisha Loves to Plan, which is my fun channel, which I am going to be starting a fall decorating series. I just bought my fall stuff up, y'all, so I'm excited. But um, if you prep your food, try to make it a routine. Like for me on Sundays, and I did this video on Lakisha Loves to Plan. I call my Sundays Command Center Sundays. Command Center Sundays, right? Um, and that's when I plan everything for the week. I plan my meals, I plan my schedule, I plan what I'm gonna do, appointments, I plan my budget. I do all that at one time on a Sunday, like 2 hours, because my life is so complex. I don't have the luxury of stretching out days. Like, now I do use Fridays. I use Fridays to plan budget. I use Fridays. I call Fridays financial Fridays. Especially if I get paid. That's only like on payday. On payday, I gotta go plan some stuff on Friday. But for the most part, Sunday is my day. So my day to prep. So what's your day to prep your food? You need a day to prep your food. Um, the third question is, what type of support do you need? And how much do you require? Um, who out there just always thinks about food by themselves? Do you talk about food to anybody else? Like you need to talk about food to other people. You need a support group around food, nutrition network. You need a nutrition network. Okay. So, what type of support do you actually need? Like, for me, the social support I need is for people to understand what I eat and maybe help me eat it when I can't. Like, my husband's so good with this. My husband would be like, I know you like this, so I got you this. And it's so thoughtful because he didn't give me what he wanted me to eat. He got me what he knows I eat all the time. And he's supporting my diet. So I have his support. How much do you require? So I don't require a lot of support, just a little bit. I just require a little bit. But if you are not used to eating healthy, if you don't, some people just don't like vegetables. Some people just don't like vegetables. So if you the type and you don't like vegetables, you probably need some support. You probably need some support with getting the vegetables eaten. So who's gonna hold you accountable to eat some broccoli? You need to know that. So don't be afraid to enlist other people in your journey for your diet, for your health. You only got one life to live, and anybody you can use to help support you to be great. Also, get a life coach like me. I can help you. I can be your support. That's one other thing I do as well. I do a 2.5 hour personal experience, one-on-one experience. So let me know if you're interested in that. Where if nutrition is something that you really want to focus in on, I sit with you one-on-one for 2.5 hours. We hash that whole plan out, and then you just go do it. And I check up on you in 3 weeks. So let me know if you're interested in that personal experience. It's just 2.5 hours. It's not a long-term commitment. It's just a quick commitment, something to jumpstart you. I created this personalized experience to jumpstart you into what you want to do. So if you need help with your nutrition, if you need help with creating a diet plan, I can help you. And if you don't want an ongoing relationship, you just want to try out a life coach to see how it goes, this 2.5 personal experience could be great for you. The next question is, do you love to dine out? Do you love to dine out? Okay, raise your hand. Who are the people that love to eat out all the time? That's a good question, because then you just have to have a laser like focus on what you eat when you go out. For me, I have my staple places I go. So I love Longhorn. I love Longhorn. Longhorn has Brussels sprouts. Longhorn has cauliflower. Longhorn has steak and chicken, and they have Coke Zero there. It helps my diet. So I love the Longhorn restaurant. So, what are your favorite restaurants, and what are the healthy things on the menu that you can just eat when you dine out? So, don't deprive yourself of dining out. Just try not to dine out too often, because that will trip up your diet plan real fast. Joan said, I mostly use Sunday. I've talked with other people because they always ask, what am I eating? And did I cook it myself? No support needed, because I love to cook and always use Pinterest. Okay. Well, shoot, Joan, we need to come over your house. Can we come over your house, Joan? I'm just saying. That's awesome. Um, Number 5, will you require a daily treat to feel satisfied? Will you require a daily treat to feel satisfied? Some people, they need to treat themselves. They live busy, stressful lives, and sometimes they need a treat. They need the ice cream, and they just need these things to treat themselves. Well, how can you make your daily treat more healthy? Like for me, okay, I still eat ice cream. I still eat ice cream. I like ice cream. But guess what? I don't get, first of all, I made some changes. I don't keep regular ice cream in my house. If I eat ice cream, I always got to go out and eat it. That means I'm eating it way less. I do not buy ice cream, because ice cream is full of sugar, the dairy products. Ice cream is actually horrible for you, but it tastes so freaking good. So I just don't buy ice cream, except one type. If I really, 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 really want some ice cream, I buy the Breyers Carb Smart Vanilla. Breyers Carb Smart Vanilla. And then I eat a little, I make sure I get a little teeny, I have these little bowls, and I just eat enough to get satisfied on it. So, what are the daily treats now? And I don't even require ice cream daily. That's like, I don't have a daily treat. I don't. My daily treats like strawberries, stuff like that. I don't really have a daily, like, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have a daily treat. I eat cookies once in a blue moon. I'm trying to think. So, like I said, I do eat these delicious things. I just don't eat them on a daily basis. But some people do, which is a problem. Some people eat these sugary snacks on a daily, every day. So y'all try to stay away from those little treats. And if you require a treat daily, make it more healthy. Make it more healthy. I used to love to dine out, but then I started. Oh wait, let me go back up. Joan says, I do like to dine out, but now it's too expensive. And I go online and try to make the food myself, like Chipotle, Popeyes, and Longhorn. Ooh, you know how to make Popeyes chicken? Joan know how to make Popeyes chicken. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, we need to go over Joan's house. Dang, that's awesome. Theodore Linda said, I used to love to dine out, but then I started setting up my dining table and using fancy plates and glasses. Now I only eat out once in a while. Oh, that's a good idea. Like, making your house like a restaurant. I love it. Joan says, I go to Carvel or Cold Stone once in a while because they aren't near my area. My daily treat is frozen blueberries. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll wash and clean them and put in the freezer. When I want sugar, I grab a few. Yeah, I love that, Joan. Yeah, the frozen blueberries. Yep. Barbara said, Sister Joan, what time is dinner? I know that's right. I'm coming too. I'm coming too, Joan. What time is dinner? All right, the last question is, how much exercise can you reasonably do? Now, I know exercise, we're not talking about exercise today, but exercise is it's such a great complement to your diet. If you're eating well, it will behoove you to complement it with some exercise. So ask yourself, what's your exercise routine? Also, exercise encourages you to eat better. I know when I exercise, I'm not going to go out and get some mess to eat after I exercise, because psychologically, I just felt like I negated all my sweat because now I'm about to go eat some junk food. So when you exercise, that also encourages you to eat better. So, what is your exercise routine, and how much is reasonable for you? Um, and that is prompting me, y'all, to go to the dosha types, because a lot of people don't know about this body type system. It's actually from India, and I have it on my phone here. Um, it's from India, and it is a principle of eating, a body type. And it goes really deep. I'm not going to go really deep with it today. It goes really deep. Even in ancient times, they would dictate like what jobs you should get based on your body type. So you love frozen watermelon chunks. Oh, I got to try that. I never tried that. And you love walking. Yes, I don't love walking. However, I love moving, if that makes sense. Like I'll dance before I go outside and walk. So I do love moving, but I don't necessarily like walking outside and stuff like that. Um, but I'm glad walking is great for you though. It's so great for you. All right, so let's go back to the dosha type. So dosha is spelled Dosha. Dosha. So dosha type is a body type system that lets you know what foods you should eat and what exercise you should do based on your body type. So there's three body types, and they're connected to the elements. So water, earth, fire, air, and space. Water, earth, fire, air, and space. So write down these three dosha body types. You can take any test. They have free tests on Google. Just Google dosha body type. They have free tests for you to take. You can find out which body type you have. You can have, I think it's up to 8 of them because they combine them. So there's 3 general ones, and then you may have a combination of 2, and some people have a combination of all 3. So first of all, I take that back. All of us have all 3 of these body types. All of us have all 3, but one is usually more dominant, or 2 are usually more dominant than the other. So let me say that because I did research that. All right, so the first body type in the dosha type system is Vata dosha, Vata. So somebody can write that in the chat. Vata dosha, Vata. This is the body type that is connected to air and space element. Okay. It says it's the nature of the Vata dosha type. Thank you, Theodore Linda. By nature is cool, dry, light, and rough. Eating foods that counteract those characteristics create balance. Persons with excess Vata energy will restore balance through foods that are warm in terms of both temperature and spice, hydrating, such as soups and stews, full of healthy fats like olive oil and avocado, and grounding, think dense, healthy comfort foods. Okay, so if you think of a Vata dosha type, which is air and space, these are people who are naturally slim. You ever meet people that just look good? It don't matter what they eat. They just look so good. You be like, how you stay so small? But it's actually their body type. Their body type from hereditary or whatever. They they are small. These are small people who are by nature like they like cool, they like dry, they like light and rough things. Um, they like warm foods like soups and stews. They like comfort foods. Because they're normally naturally cool, they want to eat those things. So those are the people who was really slim, linky type people. Then the Pitta dosha is the second type. Pitta. Pitta. And yes, it's Vada, like Marva just said. Theodore Linda, I'm sorry. It's probably sound like Vada coming out my mouth, but it's with a V, like violin. Vada. The second body type is Pitta. 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 The Pitta dosha is fire and water elements. They tend towards hot, oily, light, and sharp qualities. Therefore, eating foods that are cool, especially in terms of internal cooling, such as seen with peppermint, cucumber, cilantro, and parsley, astringent beans, green tea, will minimize aggravation to the Pitta body. So the Pitta body is similar to the athletic body. That's my main body type. The athletic body gains weight, but with exercise snaps back into shape real fast. Like that's the Pitta body type. In ancient times, I just know about this one because this is mine. In ancient times, the people with Pitta body types were put into leadership, and that's what I do. I have a doctorate in leadership, so I believe my body type is the Pitta body type, and I'm very fiery personality. I'm got a lot of energy. So that's why I want you to take this test because this test is different from the Western test. It's more than just diet. It's like your lifestyle, and you can have a combination. So I do have a combination, but this is my main one, and I love all these things. I love peppermint. I love cucumber. I love cilantro. I love parsley. I love all that stuff, honey. Um, so that's the Pitta, and that's more like the athletic. So the Bada with a V is the linky, small, really small bone, slender. And they said, think about how you were when you were a teenager. Because some of us are, as we get older, our bodies change. But they say, go back to your body type when you were a teenager. That's probably your body type in this scenario. All right. And then the last one is, now this is going to be tricky, Theodore Linda. It's called Kappa. Kappa, but it's spelled Kappa. So the spelling of it is it's Kapha. Kapha. Kapha, but it's pronounced Kappa with like a P. Kappa dosha is earth and water elements, expresses as heavy, cool, oily, and smooth qualities, eating foods that are light and warm and dry, like popcorn, and um, like salads and vegetables. This will get you in balance in no time, eating just light foods. Now, the copper body type is the curvy figure. Like if you have a, a midsection, or if you have hips, you have hips. This is the kappa dosha. So you need to eat light, warm, and dry. Now, when you take this dosha test, it also tells you what type of exercise is good for you. Okay, so like with Vata, with small, slender people, um, they need to do a lot of muscle building and not too much cardio. With the Pitta, which is the athletic, they need a good balance of cardio and muscle building when it comes to exercise. And with the Kappa, you need a lot of cardio with some muscle building. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in these body types, to look them up. They were really helpful for me because once you know your body type, it also tells you what, if you have a PETA body, what you should eat. You can type it in and get a list of food of what you can eat. And that can become part of your diet plan as well, because they tell you what to eat based on your body type. So that's it. So we went over some general things for diet planning. We went over some key things for diet planning. We answered some key questions about diet planning. And then I went over the dosha types, which if you study your type, it will help you with diet planning. So what I can do, for those of you who stayed on, I can put find a dosha type test, a free test, and put it in the Facebook group. And then that way you go to the Facebook group, take the test, and start thinking about your diet that way as well. So just another way to look at yourself and your needs besides just regular healthy eating. All right. All right. I hope this was helpful for you. I enjoy talking about nutrition. It's a secondary passion of mine. And I feel like I can help a lot of people with my coaching with it. So again, that's another thing you will encounter if you join Success My Way Academy. But please come to the camp. This is the last camp of the summer. I would like to see everybody there. It is on it's on financial vision board planning. It's going to be August 24th, Thursday at 7 p.m. It's only $15. You're going to be getting giveaways and networking and getting your finances together for the winter. Also, if you have not joined Lakisha Loves to Plan with the number 2, go ahead and join that YouTube channel, because I'm going to be starting a fall decorating series. So you want to go over there. That is my fun channel where I show you my home and how I decorate, and we have fun over there. Thanks, Joe. Okay, yes, I'll put the types test in the Facebook group. All right. So y'all know what I'm about to say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. It's Self-Love Saturday. What are you doing this Saturday? Are you creating your diet plan? Are you going grocery shopping? Are you inventorying your kitchen so you can get your eat on? Are you going to study exercise and do some walking like Joan said, or do some dancing like I said? What are you doing this weekend? Whatever you do, make sure you do it for yourself. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. As always, I appreciate you. I appreciate you following me on all social media, because I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm here. Am I on TikTok? I'm sort of on TikTok, but I'm on Reddit. I'm on Pinterest. I'm everywhere. So make sure you follow me everywhere and enjoy your weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you, Marva. Marva put the summer camp link in the chat. I appreciate you for that. And Joan said, thank you. I love this Self-Love Saturday. I will be going for a walk with music and attend a festival. Ooh, I love festivals. Enjoy. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye now.